All right. How might I help you guys?
When you come out, like Josh was talking about, like just simple as fast starts or just getting a couple more first down. When that's not happening in the game, how hard as that kind of drags along into a game, does it get on the psyche of the offense overall?
That's a good question. I think, like you said, you want to start off fast. It weighs on you as a competitor, but once you play the game a bit, you understand that in-game adjustments are just as important as adjustments you make throughout the week for what you think you're going to get. The biggest thing is staying as poised as you possibly can, right? Like, this is an emotionally charged game full of guys who want to execute and do their job. And I think when you get frustrated, sometimes you get outside of yourself and you know what you know works. So that being said, we all want to execute. When you get off the sideline, it's not going well, you really just take a step back, critically think about what's going on. You don't need to point fingers at anyone. You just see on what can I do on that past drive or these past few drives that might be mitigating our success. And then you try to you fix those. And it might take a bit, but we understand that this offense has the opportunity to put points up when we execute and just do the job that's dedicated to you. Not doing too much, not doing less, just what you need to do and go from there. I mean, as much as we want to score 40 points a game, it's the NFL. And I mean, we'll strive to do that every game, but the likelihood of that happening again this season is, it's possible. We'll see. I mean, that's what we're striving for, but panic is not something this offense does. I think a sense of urgency this week and the past few weeks has definitely been the word we've kind of adopted.
You just had an interesting conversation with Gabe, and he got into kind of maybe the process of simplifying the game plan just a little bit and focusing on kind of dialing each player into what they do best and focusing on maybe the menu of plays is just dialed back a little bit, but the execution is the emphasis, less about letting an opposing defense dictate what you're going to do. Are you kind of into that process? Do you agree with that? And is that potentially a successful approach?
Well, I'm of the mindset of no matter how big or small the game plan is, you do your best to execute the play called. Now, that's not for me to decide how big or small the game plan is. I would say that whatever gives players more power over their game and makes them more comfortable, and that's different for each player. I know it's not the answer you want. I'm saying that we just kind of do what we're told. And some weeks the game plans are bigger than others, and we kind of roll with it. I don't think any guy's ever complained about what's going on. I think we just try to do the best we can, man, and see where it plays out. And I know that's kind of a umbrella statement, but it is what it is.
How have things been different for you guys up front with Josh running much less than he has in the
Well, I mean, I know that's something we wanted to work on because, no one is invincible in this league, right? And it's tough to see your quarterback take hits. Not to say that at times it's not his job or his time to take the ball and tote it. It is nice as an offensive lineman to see your quarterback take a few less hits. I'm not going to lie. And that's all I got to say about that. It's nice.
What about when he's the one seeking the hits out like he did in
that
scrum in the
yeah.
end zone? What did you guys have to say to him after that?
We're not going to take away his competitive drive. It'd be a different story if that dude decided to cold cock him, right? Because he was in a den of grizzly bears in there just kind of running around. It's just the kind of quarterback he is. Our job is to get him out of there as quickly as possible and let Spencer fend for himself because he's a grown man. And so is Josh, but it's Josh. Get him out.
Sorry. In the heat of the moment, though, is something like that something that energizes you guys, and something you see him go out there do that, and it's like, all right, we got to go out there.
I mean, maybe for some guys. For me, the last thing I want to see him do is get hurt and something that's in that manner. So I've always, I mean, of course, we know that Josh is going to stick up for us. I mean, he doesn't have to prove that anymore. We have all the confidence in the world that he'd do anything for us. Just pick and choose your battle spell. That's what I'd say.